Dale, what'd you get up to last night?
Oh, I tried to set up Xbox Microsoft accounts for Dominic and Desmond.
So everybody would have their own account?
No, dude, it's what I did. Well, I cooked dinner. I had fun. I went home, we cooked tacos, me, Dominic, and Beta. We all got the step stools and cooked tacos. Meat.
Family tacos.
Yeah, it was fun. And then Heather was at wrestling with Des, but then she gets home and Dominic, so I know it sounds so silly, but I was trying to, the kids play these games and I was trying to I hate getting these emails and not knowing what account is what. I have this OCD about the organization of my identity. I think that's a good way to put it.
Man.
Right? All the accounts you have and stuff, and they make these things. It's Fortnite, it's Epic Games, it's a V-Buck on this. What's my billing on? Am I paying for this for you? And I get confused. So I tried to simplify it over the weekend and just change this Xbox account that I'd had. I'm 30 since I was, 12.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
You know I'm 30. Don't you?
No, but I know, I didn't know that you've had the same account for that long. That's
yeah,
cool.
probably since I was 12.
You probably spent a lot of time deciding on your name.
D-Lock's been no joke.
It's
always been no joke. And so Dominic started playing on that because I gave up my Xbox when I became a dad, right? And he plays, and he's always played on my account, and it's all this stuff, and it's like, I want to go get an Xbox. So I think, I want to play it sometimes, my own thing, right? And the kids have whatever I have, and I was like, what am I going to play on mine? I don't want to play on the same account. So I was trying to make him his own. So I basically just said, all right, and I changed his email and username to an email that is under him, like a kid's email, right, that we have on an iPad it organized it, and so he could pick his own gamer tag. He picked Fire Kid 2015.
That's a good one.
So I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's an avatar thing, Fire Kid, something like that. And yeah, that's the whole story. And when I changed it, it's gonna sound so, but it messed things up. And I'm trying to figure out, because now his Epic Games account, which is a third-party account that he plays these games on, aren't connected, and it's the biggest headache. Yeah. That seems like I couldn't explain it to you if I tried. And 10 seconds in, you're gonna be like, "What? This is trivial." Right? But it is. It's just a kid's account for their games. So trivial. But he plays it, and I wanted to do something, and it made it so he couldn't play it anymore.
Oh no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was trying to fix it all night. I felt silly. I couldn't. I gotta literally send a message to Epic Games.
Oh wow.
That is they don't have a phone number and figure it. They changed an email and username. It's a whole deal. But that's what I did last night.
Well, it sounds
all
like
the way till 9:30. I was trying to fix this. I was re-downloading apps and stuff.
Way more complicated than the last time I was messing with video games.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, I keep telling you to, just get an Xbox. You don't have to play it every day.
Right.
But you'd like the ability. I'm gonna get one. We could get online, play 2K.
Right.
It doesn't even have to do it. I was never a big video gamer. I gave even before, for a couple years before I met Heather, I got an Xbox, but. It's just fun to have a couple times a month. I told my dad that. He went and got one.
That's so cool that your dad has an
I think
Xbox.
it's a PlayStation, and he plays Madden with his buddies.
Online.
Yeah, he's 52.
That's awesome.
And he doesn't need or want to, and he's not a video gamer.
Okay.
But it's
But when he does it, he does it.
It's nostalgic enough for us as men that we shouldn't feel bad doing it sometimes, just because I think most of us just don't do it because we have kids. I think it makes us feel bad.
Okay.
If we're in general, there's no situation where we don't feel bad.
Yeah.
When we're playing video games.
Yeah.
I get kids. My kids should be playing. I should be being an adult. Right? When it's fun. We did it when we were kids.
I just think of Vince Vaughn in The Breakup, where he's got Jennifer Aniston in his life.
Not everything's extreme.
And he's more interested in a video game. And it's part of the reason they can't figure it out. Even her new boyfriends are more interested in the video game.
He's played San Andreas.
We're all just children that are pretending to be adults. The Unjustified podcast is sponsored by Russ Herman State Farm. DL, you're a customer of Russ Herman State Farm. Tell our listeners what level of service they can find working with this fine company.
You really put me on the spot there, Russ. 10 out of 10, just because I selfishly can say that because I do most of the work here. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Email us with your questions or comments, or better yet, your advice on any topic we've discussed or should discuss. And we're happy to share that on our next episode. Send that email to unjustified@myagentruss.com. Our main topic for today, I present to you Producer Bree with the ping pong ball.
Okay.
Is it ping pong or table tennis? Does it matter if you're good at it, what you call it, or where you're from?
I think
that might be the topic for today. Go ahead, Producer Bree.
I think there's just, it's like a
You got it on
football
your
and
first
soccer.
shot. That was awesome.
Football and soccer. It's just where you're
Oh, hey, you mind shutting that door? Because it's about to get rowdy in here.
from. Uh-oh.
Topic for today is get in your stance. Get in your stance.
All right.
All right. So get in your stance.
Give me the stance.
Get in your stance. Now, I drew last week. That means you get to draw this week. Let me mix these up.
Let's do it.
Don't look because it's a jumbled mess. And just grab one. He looked right at it. I told him not to look. He's looking right at it. All right. What we got?
I got belts.
Belts. All right. So talk to me about belts real quick, DL. What's your take on belts?
Oh, I go all day of the week, man.
All day of the week.
You kidding me?
All
belts
day of the week.
All right, let's get started.
Let's get serious
Let's get
about
started
this.
with my kids.
Let's get serious about
We'll
belts.
start at the young and then get to the older. First, I had a 6 and 8 year old boy, so the pants situation with 6-year-old boys are crazy, right? You want to get them the right pair of jeans. You get them the right pair of jeans, they don't fit. The buttons on the inside are a problem. They put these things on the, you know what I'm talking about?
I got 5 boys.
Right,
I know what you're
right.
talking about.
You put them on the inside, you pull the buttons, and then they wear them one day and they're fine, and then the next day they have a problem, so they decide that's the problem, right? So but you bought these jeans and they're nice jeans, but they're kids' jeans. So number one, just get your kids a belt, teach them how to use a belt, right? And
Okay.
that's what I did, and then I cut the things out of them, all the jeans, because the kids' jeans.
You cut them out.
I'll take scissors and I'll cut the little buttons, pull things from the inside,
like
they all
those.
say, and then I'll just give them a belt. So that's what you do with kids, and if you're not doing that, great life hack. As an adult, if you're not wearing a belt on a regular basis, you probably should be. Your pants, whether you need one or you don't, look better if you have a belt on.
The belt completes the fit.
It's a part you should match. What should you match your belt to, right? When people this is a huge one. Okay, everybody. I bet you if you looked at the American, I'm just guessing here, right?
No, you're not. You've done the research.
The stats. I bet you 80% of America. What's the common belt color? Let me ask you that.
Black or brown?
Brown. The common belt color is brown. Okay, most people get a brown belt, but they wear black shoes, and everybody's doing it wrong. Like they don't. You got to match your belt and your shoes, and everyone just goes and gets. Because you go to the store, the black belt's more expensive than the brown one. Usually, there's a cheaper brown one. You get that one because you don't care about the belt. You got to match the belt with the shoes. Important part. Your pants don't look the same if you're not wearing one. And too many people, right, think a belt is a perk,
Okay.
and not a need.
But it's a need.
It's a need.
You need a belt.
Wear a belt.
Is this true for women?
Not at all.
Do you understand women?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
No, sir.
But you don't need one if you're a woman.
You don't. It's not. It's a
But
perk.
it's more of
It's a perk if you're a
when
woman.
I wear this outfit, I wear
Exactly.
this belt. That leads me to my next question because we're on the topic of belts.
Please.
This is important stuff. Do you need more than one belt?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, sir. And those reversible ones, just get them out of the play. You need a pair of shoes.
I feel insulted right now because I'm sporting a reversible belt
You know,
right now.
Is there metal on it?
There's metal on it.
Well, but like, is there like a? We're not gonna look at your belt right now. Look, belts. You should take your belt seriously, and if you're not up to game on your belt, get the right kind of belt.
I got a cheap one. It's
okay
reversible.
if it's cheap.
I've used it for a couple years and it hasn't broke
That's
yet.
how it looks. You know,
Okay.
you don't want it to look like your mom dressed you.
Correct.
Right? You want it to look like you picked the belt intentionally, knowing your friends at school were going to see it.
Gotcha. Now, if I'm not wearing a belt, like you're wearing a belt right now, I'm assuming after what you just said, okay, and it's brown,
It's black.
it's black, and your shoes are black. Okay.
Well, there's black.
So you have two belts
Black in the shoes.
because you don't like reversible ones.
No, sir. No, sir. You can't. Okay, so let me be specific. You can't. People get black shoes and wear brown belts. Okay. like black dress shoes and wear brown belts. I have a black belt in all my...
You have a black belt?
I have a black belt in all my shoes, right, that match... Well, I don't have a black belt in karate, right? But I have a black belt, and all my shoes match the black belt. Even if there's brown in the shoes, there's black in the shoes, right? It's okay to do a black belt and brown shoes if there's black in the shoe. Here, I'll even get a video on this. Black in the shoes. Right?
Yeah.
So that'll allow this brown shoe.
Gotcha.
It allows you to wear a black belt.
Do you shop for shoes based off of this rule?
Yes, 100%.
So the belt's more important than the shoes when it comes to dress clothes, at
Not
least.
more important than the shoes, but
It's dictating those shoes.
you can't. I'm basically saying you can't wear black shoes and a brown belt. You just can't get away with it because the black shoes are the overwhelming black shoes don't have brown in them. But you can get like these are like boot sneakers. Like I love these shoes. They're Clark's. They're like brown shoes that have black in them. A lot more brown shoes incorporate black in them, so you wear a black belt.
Is it for that reason?
And black shoes incorporate brown in them, so you're wearing a brown belt.
What about a belt that's
doesn't work?
Instead of reversible, one half of it is black, other half is brown.
I mean, if you're Andy Bernard.
Oh, stylish.
So I was trying to get a good reference point. There's somebody who would wear that. I mean, you got to be out there. Elton John might wear that.
Okay. And as far as karate is concerned, is there
Say that one more time.
karate? Are there black belts and brown belts?
There are browns right before black.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Which always seems strange to me because the other colors seem very like bold, and then we get to the brown belt, which is right before the black belt.
Right for the black.
That surprises me. It's like they ran out of ideas and they're like, I don't know what colors. Let's go with brown. Let's go with
probably a lesson in there. They probably said, "Hey, don't make things too complicated." It's probably like a karate lesson. Like,
Keep it simple, stupid.
Pick whatever colors. I'm not trying to overthink this.
Well, maybe you should.
You know, but they do have like stripes that they put on them, so it does get complicated.
You sound like a guy that knows his karate.
You know, I do have a green belt sitting in my mom's basement.
That you earned?
I was 9 years old.
You earned a green belt. Is that what's the first color?
Broke a board. I think it went white, yellow, blue, something. I don't know. It was like I was like the fourth or fifth one.
You leveled up.
Purple.
There's a purple. You leveled up.
Me and my brother did it. My older brother and mom did it.
She did it with you.
Yes.
This was like a bonding experience.
Well, me and Jacob went and started doing it at the Cessna Activity Center for like 4 months, and then mom made friends with the kids that we met there's mom, and they would come every day, and both of them wanted to get on a diet together, and both of them like decided to do karate with their kids twice a week, and they would, because adults would do it, so they would.
So you have no sisters.
No sisters.
Just the one brother.
Yeah.
So tell me about your feelings towards your dad by not partaking in the karate with the family.
Dad doesn't partake in anything with the family except
That's
being
so
the head of the family.
horrible of you to say.
Oh, he does.
Not even true. I know your dad a little bit, and that's not
He
true.
would never do something like that. He never.
A little
would.
too hokey.
Dad went to some movies with us. We loved to go to movies when I was a kid, and he fell asleep, so he didn't go to the movies.
Before the movies or during
Dad
the
went
movies?
to the mall with us.
Sat on the bench?
Yeah.
That's the dad move.
You know, Dad.
Sitting on the bench.
But
Be here when you need me.
he wasn't too.
Brought his wallet along though, didn't he?
Yes, sir. I'm getting a little taste of that now.
We are ready for the second topic of today. I think we really put the nail in the coffin for belts.
Just in no suspenders.
They're
no,
necessary.
Wear a belt.
If you only have
Those
one, it should
braided
be.
belts, those braided belts, get them out of there.
They're not back? I figured those were back.
No,
They'll be back. Everything's cyclical in fashion.
Listen, your belt should be one belt that's like everyday used and just it's just
Some weathering, like a weathered belt, like it's been through the storm with you?
yeah. And then it should.
And you said it has to be black.
And on to just to
No, you said brown.
finish this topic.
You said brown.
That has to be a black belt. Black belt's the best one. If you get a brown belt, don't get black shoes.
Man, it's
Okay?
tough. I've been in this lesson with you, and I can't even remember. That's why I got the reversible belt. Topic number 2, Miss Producer Bree.
Here we go.
You went 2 for 2 today. Unbelievable. And the topic for the second topic today is, once again, category is
Get in your stance.
get in your stance. Nice.
No.
My college coach.
I won't try.
Don't know where he got this from. My college coach, the word was tube.
Okay.
Tube. That was code for getting your stance.
So let's try. Let me try.
Randomly or in the middle of a sentence, you might be talking about like what the weather's going to be like. Tube! Don't know. Like it's something to do with like you were like a cylinder, like you could fit into a cylinder because you were in the right stance. Maybe your knees were above your feet, not leaning forward too far. Like your whole body could fit in a tube, I think is what it was.
Tube.
I don't know. I just know it was a tube. I hear it in my nightmares.
What was Coach's name again?
Coach Claire O'Lean. Love that guy. All right, here we go. Get in your stance, and if you haven't caught on yet, getting your stance is literally just
I'm gonna tell you how I feel about something.
your take
My take on a trivial topic.
on whatever the trivial topic is.
It might be trivial.
This one is dessert.
Oh gosh.
I like this one for you especially.
Oh, man.
I like this one for you especially. Now, if you don't know this out there, listeners, DL over here, not a sweets guy. Not a sweets guy. So you can offer him all kinds of yummy sweets. He's usually going to say, nah, I don't really want that. Thank you anyway. You'll be polite about it.
It just doesn't
but not
taste good. Like, and you got to keep things in context. And I literally just thought of like a life insurance versus investing example. I'm not going to use it, but it's literally like if I went to Texas Roadhouse, okay, and I was going out to dinner, okay. It's not that I hate a cheesecake. I like cheesecake. You know, it's not that I hate a chocolate chip cookie there's some things that okay, right. But if I'm going to we're out to eat, and my options are to get a 11-ounce steak with onions and mushrooms and a salad and a baked potato, or to get a 21-ounce steak or a salad and baked potato, and then get a dessert afterwards, or get a 21-ounce steak and don't get a dessert afterwards. Who in their right mind wants to get doesn't want to just fill up on I just don't think it's debatable that the good food in the world that is savory, the dessert stands no candle to it. No, even the best desserts in the world made by world-class dessert chef. A simple cheeseburger made by a 5 out of 10 chef is probably better. Okay. Just universally, it's a better tasting food than this cake thing. It's just desserts. I just think everybody got too much into the dessert phase of the world. I think desserts are overrated. Okay. Is what I think. Yeah. Desserts. Let me say it again. Desserts are overrated. Yeah. Okay. And just get a bigger steak. Just get an extra onion ring at the burger. Like if you want more food, eat the good savory food. Yeah. That's good in the world. What are we doing? I need to shove this flour and sugar and chocolate mixture of butter that was put. Oh, you're making me hungry, dude. If you ever had a French fry, get out of here, man. If you're at a French fry, I don't care where it's from. But that beats it every day of the week. Now, I hear what you're saying, DL, and that's your take, and I get it, and I respect that. And you're actually, what you're saying is, you're comparing it to a steak and a burger, so two kinds of red meat. Not necessarily a healthy take, even though not having dessert, right? You're healthier in that way. But here's one thing I would point out: everything in moderation, right? Sure. So my palate is going to enjoy said burger or said steak to a higher degree if I cleanse that palate with something sweet before, maybe during, and after the meal. Between bites. I need something a little bit different. One of my favorite family traditions. Please. My grandma Pearl, I don't know if she started it. She's passed away now, but every year we could count on this at Thanksgiving, sometimes at Christmas. My mom has carried on this tradition. Everybody in my family, save 1 or 2 people who don't like sweets, loves this. And that is, before we have our giant Thanksgiving meal that we're all going to eat too much on, we will have this strawberry frozen dessert. And I do this, I think, in Europe in some places. I don't know because I haven't traveled abroad. I'm not there. But you eat your dessert first. Now it's got fruit in it. Don't get me wrong. It's like a salad, but it's actually a frozen. It's got whipped cream and strawberry. It's sugary for sure. And you eat that first. And I tell you what, when we get done with that, my willingness and excitement around Thanksgiving dinner has skyrocketed because I've had this sweet thing and now I'm like, where's the salt? Give me the salt. Give me the other flavors. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And everything I thought you would reply, that was actually not bad. Thank you. The idea of switching dessert to before the meal, you couldn't have said anything but that to make me a little bit go, all right, I'll get it behind that because you eat the dessert for
Yeah.
the meal, and it makes you more ravenous
Ooh.
for the salty. Right?
Yes,
And
ravenous.
I'll do something. I'll do my prep work to enjoy the steak more.
Okay.
And if you're telling me dessert is prep work,
I'm challenging you to give it a try.
it's not.
Give it a try.
after.
It's to
like
help
just-
you enjoy the
we're
steak
talking about
even more.
Prep work
Yeah,
right now?
yeah. Enjoy
Okay.
that. Enjoy that steak
can do
even
that.
more because you had the dessert first. I think that'll be good
That's
for
my
you.
take.
All right.
That's a
So
good, it's a good take on your part.
you're a guy that eats desserts, even though you're not a sweets guy. From time to time, you'll eat them, and you have some I'm sure that you do enjoy. So, top 3 desserts of DL. If I was going to prepare something for you, bring it to the office. Number 1 would be
Just pistachio crusted cheesecake.
pistachio crusted cheesecake. That's very specific.
You wanna be- yeah.
Specific.
So I like cheesecake. I do. Cheesecake I do like. I can tell you I like cheesecake within its own snack.
I
not
believe,
as dessert.
yeah, I believe I've got a producer Bree in the room that might be your favorite dessert as well as
Big
cheesecake.
fan. Just traditional cheesecake. I mean, strawberry on it, cool, but just a New York cheesecake. Do a lot more graham cracker crust than most people do. Like, let's up that to 30%. Let's
Okay.
get some more crunch
Yeah.
in it. But they do a pistachio where all around it's pistachio crusted. Like, that's really good. So cheesecake.
Sounds delightful. That's number 1, cheesecake. Number 2,
2 is just like a chocolate chip or white macadamia nut
white macadamia nut cookie.
Those are good.
Okay.
Like hot out of the oven.
Yeah.
Give them 10 minutes out of the oven. I don't want them anymore.
So let me tell you about white macadamia nuts. I was very confused by this as a child. My sister worked at Subway. My sister Alyssa worked at Subway. She would come home and the house would just stink like Subway. It was horrible for everyone. She hated it, not the job, but the fact that she smelled that way after she worked there.
Oh, yeah.
And they used to cut the bread differently than they do now. She would cut her hands all the time at Subway as well. But all that to say, one of the things I do like at Subway is their cookies are actually pretty decent at Subway. And they used to have 3 for $1 when I was growing up, which I'm sure they don't do anymore. But the white macadamia nut cookie really confused me as a young person because I thought that these nuts must just be sugary, sweet, savory nuts. Come to find out that you also are putting white chocolate in that as well.
Yes.
And that's, as I got older, I realized that and went,
You just go get a macadamia.
yeah, off the tree. I'm guessing that's growing trees,
It's gonna be delicious.
bushes, trees.
Okay, let's stop. Bushes? Is it bushes or we'll talk.
Or do they grow to the ground,
Circle
like
back.
individually?
Okay.
That's nuts.
I mean,
Number 3 on the list.
I don't have one, and I'm gonna stand by that.
That's it. That's the only 2 you're interested
I don't
in.
have a whole lot of. Let's do can I say like pancakes? That's sweet, like desserts.
Well, no, the pancakes aren't typically that sweet. It's the syrup you put on them that's sweet.
Like okay.
So
pancakes
syrup.
are a little more savory.
You're just going to drink some syrup.
I know.
Here's what I would say. Knowing
Peanut
you,
butter toast. Peanut butter toast. If they're
also not sweet. Knowing you,
Peanut butter toast.
peanut butter's not sweet. Knowing you as long as I've known you,
okay.
I would say your favorite dessert more than the other 2 that you mentioned. So I'm moving up to number 1 on the list is Mountain Dew. You drink your dessert. You don't like sugar. Yes, you love sugar. You love to drink your sugar. And I tell you what, I've started to become a little bit more on that same path of trying to eat healthy, be healthy. The exception I like to make is if I'm gonna eat healthy, why don't I just drink something that's gonna once again cleanse the palate?
Yeah.
Last night I had a bowl of soup. It was great. Out of a can, whatever. Afterwards, sitting on the couch watching TV, eat a little bit of a snack.
Yeah.
I had this healthy pop I bought. It's an oxymoron, I know, but healthy pop I bought.
Healthy, like big old healthy pop.
No, not healthy size-wise. Healthy as in it has only real ingredients in it.
Oh, one of these. made in
Stevia,
Mexico.
whatever that's called.
Okay.
I can't tell you how to pronounce it,
No,
but instead of sugar,
no,
it was stevia, no sugar.
No ulterior motives.
Yeah. Anyway, I was drinking that,
Yeah.
but I needed something to drink it. I had to convince myself to have something salty to go with it. So I got some chips and some sour cream chive dip.
Yes, you did.
Had those together. Great pairing. I don't know anything about wine or alcohol, but I think you can pair sweet drinks with salty foods, and I think there's some magical things happening.
Yes, I do.
So number 1 on your list is Mountain
I
Dew.
agree with you.
I'm overruling that. It's number
You're
1.
gonna So I mean, Mountain Dew is not a dessert,
Yes, it is.
right? I mean, it's.
I think it is for you.
But I can tell you, I'm 100% agreement with you. But the thing is, I don't make the choice. Is just that's a good thing to drink, and the foods I eat are a good thing to eat. And if I don't
But here's what I
think
would
it's
say.
good,
Test me on this.
yeah,
You ready for the challenge? Cut out
tastes good.
any sugary drinks from your diet for the next week. Don't drink one Mountain Dew. Don't have one
I've actually
sugary drink
Yeah.
for a week. And I guarantee you, dessert's going to start sounding a lot better.
You think?
That's my take.
I'll try it. I'll try it.
We ran out of time today on the podcast. Some parting words. Loose ends? Got any loose ends for me?
Okay. Okay. Here you go. End it with this. Did you see Jason Kelsey jump out of the Chiefs game?
I didn't see him jump out of the Chiefs game.
Jump out of the box at the Chiefs game?
I didn't see him jump out of the box. I saw him shirtless. He actually jumps out of the box.
He jumps out of the box at the Chiefs game. So I just want to bring this up. I'm sure everyone in Kansas has seen this at this point. Jason Kelsey taking his shirt off right after he retired from Philly, right? Like pure legend, showing up at the playoffs of his brother Travis Kelsey next to Taylor Swift in the thing, getting drunk and taking his shirt off and jumping in the box might be if I could replace anyone in the world, like I love if my family didn't exist, like right, and I had the ability to go, okay, I could just be somebody else. I think Jason Kelsey now takes the cake. I'd be Jason Kelsey.
There it is.
He is the ultimate American man.
Should he run for president now?
Yeah, put him anywhere.
Yeah.
I trust Jason Kelsey with all of the lives of everyone I love. Like when he's drunk, like I trust Jason Kelsey more than I trust any pop. He sold me just on doing that.
But you already have some context,
he just
right?
Lost and retired,
right?
And he's losing it for his brother just at the Chiefs game. The Chiefs beat him. They took an extra Super Bowl away from him.
Yes, last year.
It's screw his brother. And he's at the game a couple days after he retired from his career and lost in the playoffs in a season they could have won. And he's not sulking. He's literally at the Chiefs game. You know how many brothers wouldn't do that? Like, I don't think people realize.
So you're sold. That's all you
sold
got.
Jason Kelsey.
I love it.
He sold me. So we'll end it with that.
There we go. Good stuff.